On the night of July 29th, explosions were heard in Russia's Rostov region. Drones struck the railway station in the city of Salsk, where a fire broke out. Russian media and the acting governor of the Rostov region, Yuriy Slusar, reported the information. According to him, a passenger train was moved to a safe distance. Preliminary reports indicate there are no casualties or injuries. The head of the Rostov region added that in the city, a house and a car were damaged at different addresses. According to Russian telegram channels, about 5 to 7 explosions occurred in Salsk. After that, eyewitnesses reported a fire in the area of the local railway station. Later, the head of the Center for Countering Disinformation, Andriy Kovalenko, confirmed the attack on the railway and a certain resource base of the Russians in the city of Salsk, Rostov region. He stated that there is a logistics hub there for transferring resources, fuel, ammunition, and other cargo to the front in the Donetsk region, as well as south to the temporarily occupied Crimea and Zaporizhzhia region. The railway is the artery of war. Without logistics, the speed of the Russian army's actions at the front slows down, emphasized the head of the Center for Countering Disinformation. Meanwhile, the Russian Defense Ministry reports the downing of 74 drones over 5 regions. According to them, 43 UAVs were shot down over Bryansk region, 22 over Rostov region, 6 drones were allegedly destroyed over Kaluga region, 2 more over Smolensk region, and 1 drone over Leningrad region. According to Kiev Post, Ukrainian drones have been targeting rail infrastructure in southern Russia more frequently in recent weeks. On July 25, drones struck rail stations in Rostov and Krasnodar regions, delaying over 20 passenger trains. On July 21, a drone hit Kamenolomny station in Rostov, causing a fire and delaying 26 trains. The worst disruption came on July 19, when drone debris damaged power lines between Lykaya and Zamkolovo. Over 130 trains were delayed, some by up to 15 hours. The drone attacks appear to be aimed at disrupting Russia's military logistics and transportation systems. Russia's southern railway lines are known to be used for moving troops and equipment, especially toward occupied parts of Ukraine.
Recently, the logistics of the Russian army came under attack from Ukrainian UAVs. The administrative building of the Zhutovo railway station in the Oktyabrsk district of Volgograd region was destroyed. The second target was an electrical substation, as a result of which the power supply in the network was lost and trains began to be late on the Volga railway. In the recording, you can see that all the remains of the station building is a burnt-out skeleton, and a crane is captured in the camera lens nearby. It turns out that the entire Volgograd-Kotelnikovo line was without power. The Russian army's weapons and equipment would not reach the front along this section for a long time. The Air Force carried out a comprehensive strike since the Volgograd Petrov oil engineering plant and Kimprom, both in Volgograd, are also located along the railway line. Strikes on military facilities, railway stations and oil refineries are nothing new for Russia. In Putin's swamps, they have long forgotten what a quiet life is, as well as freedom of speech. The head of the Center for the Study of Occupations, Petro Andriushchenko, demonstrated in his Telegram channel how the truth about military losses is being hushed up in the Russian Federation. The consequences that Russian Telegram channels avoid publishing because the truth is a little unpleasant, if not scary, Andriushchenko emphasized. Ukrainian forces are increasingly systematically targeting the occupiers' vital logistics. UAVs attacked the Oktyabrysky railway station near Volgograd, 500 kilometers from the front line. According to OSINT analysts, this is the 6th attack in the last week, aimed at the same target, the southern railway corridor of the Russian Federation, which ensures the transportation of equipment, ammunition and manpower to the Donetsk front and occupied Crimea. The map shows all the latest drone strikes along the same route, from Volgograd through Rostov-on-Don, Krasnodar, and further in the direction of Crimea. This line is the main railway artery connecting central Russia with the southern theater of military operations. It is along this line that trains go to the occupied Mariupol, Tokmak, Melitopol, and Dzhankoy. The disruptions in cargo and military transportation are joined by civilian rail transport, which carries Russians to the south for summer vacations. Thus, all channels for supplying military cargo, including highways, are overloaded. The strikes along this line are not just acts of sabotage, but a strategic campaign to weaken Russian forces in the south. Damage to electrical substations and infrastructure paralyzes the entire sector, causing logistical disruptions. This could lead to delays in deliveries, shortages of ammunition and fuel, and disruption of rotation schedules. In addition, the very distance of the strikes from the front, up to 500 kilometers, demonstrates that Ukrainian drones are flying deeper and deeper, and the Russian air defense systems are not coping even on rear routes. Ukraine has switched to strategic attacks on logistics, relying not on frontal breakthroughs, but on the collapse of rear logistics.
Да-да.